This box is full of pollen, and this box is full of feed frame. They all have the resources they need in here. What I was doing here, setting up a cell builder. Just decided to do one graph for this month, and then that's because I have 3 really good queen breeder, and I did not see mites on them, despite that the next pallet right beside it, I've seen 40 mites in dropped after the next day after I treat them with formic acid. And then those who are marked for breeders, they don't have mites on them, while I was giving them the same dosage. So now I decide to graft a few. I won't make very many, just a few. I just want to make daughters of those queen breeders. I have 3 of them, and so I just made this cell builder. Like for the non-beekeepers viewer, cell builder is a group of nurse bees, a 5-day-old worker bee, up to 14-day-old. They are called nurse bees. They are the one responsible for the diet of the queen and the babies in the colonies. And they are responsible for those because they are the only one who are capable to produce royal jelly by eating honey and pollen mixed together. That's what we called also bee bread. And 15 days old worker bee and older, they change their diet. So since they change their diet, they're not capable of producing royal jelly for the diet of the queen. So that's what a cell builder is. And we will use this cell builder to introduce our graph. I will graph maybe Tuesday. Today is Sunday, so it's 3 days from now. And then that cell builder, they don't have queen in there. They don't have open brood to create queen. And then they should accept the graph that we're going to make, because there are 3 reasons why they make queens. The first one is a supersedure. If the colony have an old queen that the pheromone or scent or smell from her as a source of communication getting weak, and then the nurse bees inside, they start to create a few queen cell to replace her. excuse me, once the those daughter queen is mated, they will eliminate the mother. So that's one of the reason. And the second is, so when they swarm, let's say the colony got too congested and harder to maintain the temperature they required inside, as between 32 to 36 degrees Celsius, and they also create what we call swarm cells. So they will divide that colony. The old queen will take off with a decent amount of worker bees, find new home just to decongest that colony that is overpopulated. So that's the second reason why they create queens. And then the third one is, if a beekeeper accidentally killed that queen, and then they will create queen cell inside to replace her, because once she's killed, there's no more source of communication there. They just lost that pheromone that tells them we need queen right away. So we call it emergency queen cells. And this is the what we kind of put together in here. Like the cell builder, they don't have available larva to create queen. They don't have queen in there, so they should accept your graft. Especially you leave them queenless for 3 days, and they feel really hopeless, and they would like to create queen cells anytime. It's also ideal to make your cell builder really strong, because for one queen cell it needs 200 nurse bees to visit in that queen cell in one day. 200. So if you grab 50 there, so you really make sure that there's way more than enough, and then they won't stop visiting that queen cell until they sealed it when it's closed already. So we just want to make sure that the queen that you're making is not malnourished.